Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, subhanallahil azim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Students, we were doing question answers about the elements of third period, remaining question answer. Here we have to do another question. Write structure of the PCl3, that is important. PCl3, P belongs to the group number 5, nitrogen family. It has 5 electrons in its valence shell. 3 electrons of the phosphorus are being consumed in the bond formation with 3 Cl atoms, and 1 lone pair is present on the phosphorus. This is the structure. It is given in your book. You have to memorize, you have to learn the structure. PCl and PCl, this is the bond angle. The bond angle between ClP and Cl, that is almost 100 degree. And the bond distance between Cl and phosphorus, that is 204 pm. Pm means picometer. Now next question. Give a brief description of PCl5. It is again 3 times important question. Answer. Brief description of PCl5. First of all, we will have to write the name of this chemical compound, that is phosphorus pentachloride. Phosphorus pentachloride. Penta means 5. 5 Cl are present along with the phosphorus. That's why it is named as phosphorus pentachloride. And other way of to remember this one, here the phosphorus has its oxidation state, that is 5. This Roman 5 has been written here. So phosphorus pentachloride, yeah, phosphorus 5 chloride. It has violent reaction with water. If we put the water on PCl5, once again the violent reaction will occur, and during this reaction what will be happen? Fumes of hydrogen chloride will be produced during that violent reaction. If water is in excess, then it will get dissolved. And it will produce a solution. The solution will contain hydrochloric acid as under. This one is the PCl5, and when you will add large amount of the water, it means water in excess quantity, and this water is the cold one, you will get POCl3. Usually it is named as phosphonyl chloride along with 2HCl. These are the fumes of hydrogen chloride. This is the hydrochloric acid. This one is hydrochloric acid in water, not fumes. If the water is boiling, then this POCl3 reacts further with the water to give phosphoric acid. Which one is the weak acid? Which one is the weak acid? Phosphoric acid is the weak acid. Of course, it is the stronger than the organic acid. Such as ethanoic acid or acetic acid. That is stronger than the organic acid along with the HCl. Now overall equation, if we want to write here POCl3 will be cut with this one. It will be cancelled with this one. Now PCl5, 1H2O and 3. How many? Total 4 water molecules will produce H3PO4 and 2 and 3 HCl means 5 HCl. 5 HCl. That's why we write here the overall reaction as PCl5 plus 4H2O gives H3PO4 plus 5 HCl. It is white solid. It sublimes at 163 degrees Celsius. It sublimes at 163 degrees Celsius. It means it changes into vapor phase without being changed into liquid state. It does not change into liquid. It directly evaporates. It changes into its vapor states. At high temperature, this PCl5 is unstable. It decomposes into PCl3 along with Cl2. This one is phosphorus pentachloride. This one is phosphorus trichloride. And during this process, chlorine gas is produced. It means it is unstable at high temperature. Now, PCl5 contains ions. That is why it is solid at room temperature. Sometimes the question may be asked, why PCl5 is solid? So its answer will be the presence of ions in PCl5 at room temperature, it becomes solid. So from here to here you have to write answer. PCl5 contain ions, that is why it is solid at room temperature. Now formation of ions involves two molecules of the PCl5. Where the ions will take place? When the two molecules of PCl5 will come close to each other, then the ions will be obtained and these ions make it solid at room temperature. Now next 3 times another important question. Write structure of the PCl5. Structure of the PCl5 that has been given on your books, but I have written here. You will have to remember it. You will have to keep in your mind the structure of PCl5, that is important. P, 1Cl, another Cl, 1, 2, 3 Cl, these. Now Cl, P, Cl bond angle, that is 90, while Cl, Cl bond angle 120. Another thing, the distance between P and Cl, 202 picometer, while the distance between this P and this Cl, 214 picometer. That is the structure of PCl5. Next, another important question. Briefly describe disulfur dichloride. Distinct sulfur chloride, S2Cl2, but its particular name is disulfur dichloride. So brief description of this one. When chlorine reacts with hot sulfur, S2Cl2 forms. Hot sulfur and Cl2 react with each other to give S2Cl2. It is simple covalent liquid. Its color is orange and it is smelly. Bad smell, evil smell. When S2Cl2 reacts with water, many products are obtained as under. The first way, 2S2Cl2 reacts with 2 molecules of water. The products are SO2, ACl and sulfur. In another way, S2Cl2, 1 molecule reacts with 2 molecules of water to give H2S, SO2 and ACl. In this way, the S2Cl2 disulfur dichloride reacts with water. Now forces. Sometime the question may be given in your paper, what types of the forces are present among the molecules of disulfur dichloride. The first one is van der Waals dispersion forces and another is dipole-dipole attraction. Dipole-dipole attraction. It also doesn't conduct electricity. It does not conduct electricity because the conductivity of electricity depends upon the two things. Number one, presence of free electrons in that substance. Number 2, mobile ions. But in this case, no free electrons are present, no mobile ions are present. That's why it doesn't conduct electricity. This was all about S2Cl2. Now, the next question about S2Cl2 is write structure of S2Cl2, disulfur dichloride. Again, the structure is given on your books. I am also writing the structure as 2s atoms bonded to each other, and then 2 chloride, opposite in directions, opposite in orientation with respect to the space. Now here the bond angle between two planes is 85.2 degree. The distance, the bond angle between Cl, S and S 107.7 degree. The distance between these two planes 206 picometer, and between these two sulfur atom the distance is 1.95 picometer. That is the structure you have to memorize from your books. Now next, once important, just once, one time important, write some important points to remember belonging to the question answers of the elements of third period. Points to remember: aluminium chloride sublimes at 180 degrees Celsius. This one is for MCQs. Silicon tetrachloride is volatile liquid, again for the MCQs. The third one, preparation of AlCl3. I think in quick quiz the question has been asked how AlCl3 is prepared, is made on industrial scale. So preparation of AlCl3, it takes place in two ways. The first, 2Al plus 3Cl2 goes to form 2AlCl3. It is also the empirical formula of aluminium chloride. Empirical formula of the aluminium chloride. Now another way, 2Al plus 6HCl goes to form the same product along with hydrogen. But the temperature range for this production is 650 to 750 degrees Celsius. This one is for MCQs. This one is for MCQs. Volatile liquid is also for the MCQs. This is all about the elements of the third period. Another question that is related to the last topic about the hydroxides of the elements of third period. The first question, write a short note on the hydroxides of sodium and magnesium. Sodium and magnesium. Answer you will have to place as the heading, hydroxides of the sodium and magnesium. Number 1, both NaOH and magnesium hydroxide are basic. They are basic. It means they have basic character because they contain OH negative ions. OH negative ion, which is the strong base. OH negative ion is the strong base. Number 2, both react with acids as under. Sodium hydroxide reacts with hydrochloric acid to produce sodium chloride, a neutral salt, along with the production of water. While magnesium hydroxide reacts with hydrochloric acid to produce magnesium chloride along with the water. Now next question, 2 times important, write a short note on the hydroxide of aluminum. Hydroxide of aluminum or aluminum hydroxide. Number 1, it is an amphoteric, and you know that amphoteric means it reacts with acids as well as the bases. A part, reaction with the acid. How aluminum hydroxide undergoes the reaction with HCl? When aluminum hydroxide is treated with HCl, aluminium chloride salt, that is I think colorless salt, is produced along with the water molecule. B. Reaction with the bases. Aluminium hydroxide reacts with sodium hydroxide aqueous to produce sodium tetrahydroxyaluminate. Sodium tetrahydroxyaluminate. Another 3 times important question is about the structure of the hydroxides of silicon, phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine. Out of these 4, the question about any 2 hydroxides may be asked. That's why you have to remember, you have to memorize the structures of all these 4 elements. Now heading structures of silicon, phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine. First one, that is silicon. Silicon belongs to carbon family. It has 4 electrons in its valence shell. Therefore, it has ability to form 4 covalent bonds with 4 OH. That's why its structure is OH, 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 OH. One silicon is surrounded by the 4 OH ions. So that is very weak acid. That is very weak acid. I think it is better to say the groups, not ions. 4 groups of the OH are surrounding one silicon. This is very weak acid. Very weak acidic. It is also named as silicic acid. It is also named as silicic acid. And you have to remember a difference between silicic acid and salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is in fact benzoic acid containing 1 OH. That is organic acid. And this one is silicic acid. That is this one. Now next, the hydroxides of the phosphorus. Phosphorus belongs to group 5, that is nitrogen family, having 5 valence electrons. 5 electrons in its valence shell. Therefore, it will have to form 5 bonds. One will be double covalent bond with 1 oxygen. Other 3 bonds will be with OH. So 3 OH are surrounding the P along with 1 O. Weak acid. This one is the weak acid, but stronger than the organic acid, such as acetic acid or ethanoic acid. This may be asked, the question may be asked related to the MCQ. The next one, sulfuric acid, H2SO4, sulfur. It belongs to chalcogens, your oxygen family. It has 6 valency electron, 2 bond here, 2 here, 1 with OH. So 2 OH are surrounding the sulfur along with 2 oxygen. That is H2SO4 and very strong acid. That is very strong acid. The next one, now you will have to be careful. This is the most important. He has asked about the hydroxides of the Cl. Hydroxides of the Cl. This one is without OH. This is the chloric acid. In question, he has asked about writing the structure of chloric acid. If he asks the structure of chloric acid, then it will be this one, HClO3. HClO3, chloric acid. While in the form of hydroxide, then it will not be chloric acid. It will be perchloric acid, because this chlorine is surrounded by 2 oxygen, this 1 oxygen here and 1 OH. That is the hydroxide of chlorine. So that is not a chloric acid, that is a perchloric acid. It is very, very strong acid. So it means from silicon to chlorine, weak acidic hydroxide to strongest hydroxide of the Cl. These are important, all about the hydroxides. It has been finished. Now we have to take another topic, that is about the alkali metals, group 1 elements.